We're live. Max and Travis. Hello, hello. We've got you in the house. Let's put that over there. Who's on the Book of the Face then? Anybody in? We've got Travis and Marcus on the Zoom. Where are all the yellow belts at then? We've not got any yellow belts anymore. They're all on holidays. Okay. Who's that coming in there? Stephen's iPad. Who's that then? Ah, right, okay. I was wondering who's Stephen's iPad. Hey, we've got the William, we've got Travis, and we've got the Marcus. Grand job. Don't forget to put your names in the Book of the Face if you haven't already. I think we've got some names in already. Zach's on Facebook. Awesome. Marcus and Travis on Facebook as well. They're on Zoom. And then we've got... Are you all right, William? You're very close to the screen. Remember attendance. So hopefully, Zach, you're not going to be doing any more Tarzan impersonations and you're feeling all right. What's that doing there? Ah, look at that. Hey. Hey. It's the first time I've seen that. Brilliant. Okay, anyway, toys, eh? We'll take that off now. Boom. No, wrong one. I want that one on. Oh, I don't know what one I want. That one. Want that one? There we go. That's it. I think I'm done there. Okie dokie. I've just worked out how to do that now. I saw someone else do it. And I wondered, how did he do that? I've just done it. Wow. All right then, Scallywags. We're in the house. Chariot, come in. Yellow belts. Are you ready? We're not going to be jumping about like Herberts just now. Maybe at the end we'll see how we get on. I want to focus on stances and techniques as always. Walking stance. People's walking stances have shrunk. William, you're all right? You're very close to the screen again. Yeah? Do you do that when you're watching the telly as well? Yeah, that you watching the telly. Okay. What was I saying? Stances, yeah. So walking stance, everybody's walking stances have shrunk. And I have said this before, to get a measure, get 2 measuring sticks or measuring strings. Get a piece of string, measure your shoulder width, and then get another one, which is 1 plus a half times your shoulder width. Yeah? 1 plus a half times your shoulder width will be from your toe to your toe. So I'll go over here so this camera can see me. Toe to toe, 1.5 times your shoulder width. If I do a sitting stance, it's the same, 1.5 times the shoulder width. Okay? If I do parallel stance, that's shoulder width. If I do L stance, 1.5 times your shoulder width. If I do other stances, they've got their dimensions too, which are either shoulder width or 1.5 times the shoulder width. So that's the only 2 pieces of string that you need, or 2 pieces of wood. Doesn't matter. You need to measure your stance because your walking stance in particular is getting very short. Everybody's got a small living room. Yeah, or they're not being corrected, so they're doing this for walking stance. It's no good. 1.5 times your shoulder width. So everybody today, when you're going to do your walking stance, probably Travis and Marcus need to take turns in this, but you never know. We'll see what happens. When you do your patterns, I want you to exaggerate your walking stance. We'll do 4 directional punch first because it's the easiest. You stand in the middle, and when you do your walking stances, make sure you've got enough space, 1 walking stance away from where you start. When you do your walking stance and punch, I want you to do extra long stance. Now, for most of you, that'll be fairly easy. just means stretching out a bit further. But Marcus or any other adults, be very careful with your calves. You might go twang a little bit, all right? Okay, so 1.5 times your shoulder width, but we're going to go longer today. 4 directional punch. First one, punch. Hana. So I've really gone longer. This is long. Two. And stepping backwards really long as well. Then forward really long. Set. Net. Backwards really long. This is over the top. This is just too big. But it's just an exercise. Yeah, make you familiar with your walking stance again. When you go back to it in a minute, it won't be as long as this. But hopefully it won't be as short as that either. Action man size. Ready? Two. Set. I think that's up. Barrow. Yeah, was it right? I don't know. I started a different way. Can't remember. Now the other side. Ready? William, left hand, parallel stance. Left hand load. Hana. Two. Long, stretchy stances. Set. Net. Tasso. Yoso. Hugo. Yoda. That just means barrow. I don't know what happened there, William. Did you just mess up 4 directional punch then? Yeah? I think maybe you weren't concentrating just for a little moment there and you went off somewhere else, maybe into Chunji. Okay, parallel stance. Let's see 4 directional punch again. Move back a little bit so I can see you, William. That'll do, yeah, as long as you're not going to hit the wall. No hitting the wall, yeah? Ready? No, I said no hitting the wall. 4 directional punch. Sijak. Nice and strong. Still with those really long stances. Don't race it, William. Don't race. Just do it properly. Each move is a race, but the whole thing is not a race. Just little stages. That's that. That's a race. Yeah? Now rest and race. Is that that's the wrong foot, William? You've moved the wrong foot. That's why. Yeah. It's the wrong foot, William. You're supposed to be moving your left foot now. This is 4 directional punch you're doing. I was talking to the white belts about not practicing. And when you don't practice, your brain gets rid of the information it doesn't need anymore. Well, it thinks it doesn't need anymore. Go on and punch from there. That's you. Back on track now. Yeah. Boom. Barrow. See? If you don't practice, you're going to leak that out your head again. And what happens if you do a test and that leaks out your head before the test? Well, it's game over, isn't it? I had a competition with the white belts a minute ago to see who would win. You've got 1 life in the game. 1 life in the game. Otherwise, game over. You've got to win the game with 1 life. Do 4 directional punch again, no mistakes. Hands nice and closed, tight. Loads of power. Ready? Jumbe. Everyone's doing 4 directional punch, really strong. Sijak. Strong as you can. Not super fast. I don't mean run the race straight round fast, but each move is really quick. Okay. Just waiting on Travis and Marcus. They're going to finish it. They're taking their time. They're doing it thoroughly. Make sure the back legs are straight and the front knees are bent. Just check your back leg again. Make sure it's back leg. You should be in the last move, William. What was the last move? Does that mean game over for you? Huh? What was the last move? That way. Other hand, other foot. Paro, step up. Okay, so now your own grade pattern. So William's going to do Dosan, everyone else is going to do Dangun. But really, if you made a mistake in the last round, that's game over. So if that was a test, you wouldn't have passed that. Yeah? Because you made some errors. You can't really make any errors. You can make errors when you're learning, but you can't not practice. Since the last grading that you did, this is everybody, not pointing at William, this is everybody. If you do a test and you get your belt, you know that one day you'll have to try and get the next belt. Or is that it? Is that the finish? So William, you've got your green stripe. Is that it finished now? Are you going any further now? Yeah, you know, as soon as you do a test, you know you're going for the next belt. You might have forgotten for a minute because you're going, yay, I got my belt, yay. But it's obvious. If you've got a green stripe or you've got a yellow belt, you know there's another belt. So straight away, oh wow, I've got to get my notes, I've got to get my practice, I've got to get everything right for the next one. And if you don't do that, then you have to wait longer. So if you feel like you've been waiting a long time, it's maybe because you're not practiced enough. Maybe you've not really put enough effort into it. Yeah? So let's see if you can do that now. Dosan for William. 7th cup's doing Dosan. If you're at 8th cup, you're doing Dangun. Junbei. Face the front. Nice and tall. Don't forget to breathe. Sijak. But that's not the last move, William. Okay, Paro, stop there. Right, so what's happened, William? William, you need to practice a little bit more, but I don't mean just practice willy-nilly and think you remember stuff. What I would like you to do is go back to the online course and do it step by step. Yeah, everybody's got to do it anyway. I'm not picking on you. Yeah, you have to do it, but so do all the other 8th cups, 9th cups, and 10th cups, and 7th cups as well. So you all have to do it. And if you do it and practice it, listen to what it's saying, and make sure you copy it correctly, then you're going to be really good at this. And it won't be long before you do the test. But if I were to count the mistakes in that, for people's patterns there, so if I looked at Marcus's pattern, I look at Travis's pattern, I look at your pattern there as well, William, I would count mistakes. And here's one of them for people to remember. If you're doing a walking stance, the back leg must be straight. Now, what happens is the brain thinks, well, no, not the brain. The brain forgets to check. The body thinks. The body thinks it's doing a walking stance. Okay? It thinks its back leg is straight, but actually the brain needs to have a little look and check, because sometimes the body gets it really wrong. Yeah? It gets it so wrong sometimes that people think they're going left, but they're actually going right. Yeah? So just check that your back leg is straight before you go on to the next one. If you're doing a walking stance, there's a walking stance with a back leg straight. There is no other walking stance, but I'm just saying the back leg must be straight. So we'll do it again. Do your own grade pattern again. And I'm going to ask you to do it one step at a time. I need to see you a bit better, William, but go back as far as you can to the wall, yeah? As long as you've got enough space there. Okay, now ideally, William, the camera needs to be tilted down towards your feet a little bit. If it's going to take too much messing around, then don't, but if you can, just a little bit, don't turn it, because it was fine where it was, yeah? Now you go and stand a little, if it's going to stay there, that's a bit better, I can see better now, yeah. I can't see much of your head, but I know where that is, so it's not important. It's your hands and your feet I need to see. Parallel stance, ready stance? For your own grade pattern. And I'm going to count this time, so first move, hana. Okay, with the knife hand guarding block, just check eighth cups that your both elbows are bent. Particularly the front one, because what happens is your body goes, oh, is it a knife hand guarding block or a knife hand strike? And it tends to straighten this arm, but you won't be aware of it all the time. Just make sure both arms are bent at the elbow and they're about bent at the same level, 120 degrees. Yeah? So we'll go to the next move now. Bend your, if you're in a walking stance, bend your front knee back leg straight. If you're in an L stance, both knees are bent. Next one, pull. So that's it. So for Dosan, Dosan is a high out of forearm block and then a middle block, middle punch. It's a block, a high block, middle punch. Next move, set. That's not correct, William. Right, William, stop there. See, this is something you've forgotten because you've not practiced. Watch this. If I show you this way, I think this is going to be correct. So I've done that. Watch this. Step, step. So at the moment, yeah, where you are facing, William, go back. Go back. Okay. At the moment, you're facing B. Yeah? You've gone this to B. Now you have to turn towards me with one step and then another step to A. There we go. Now reverse punch. Nip. So that's the fourth move, yeah? So where are we at with the yellow belt? So you four, so Marcus and Travis, you go and punch now for your fourth move, and fourth move as well for any yellow belts. I think Zach's still in, yeah? So now the fifth move. For William, you've got to move your left foot only towards the camera. L stance, knife hand guarding block. Hana! That's the wrong foot, William. I told you which foot, but you did the wrong move. Can you go back to the punch, please? You weren't facing that way, William. You were facing that way. Okay. Now, your left leg is going to move. If I'm facing this way towards you, yes, and then step forward. Okay, that's it. That's fifth move. That's 5. Okay. Go on then. 5. Now, number 6. That's the wrong foot, William. It should have been your right foot. All right, so William, you go back to the start. Everybody else is going to carry on from where they are. But William, you've got to do the first 6 again. On my count. Ready? Hana. Tur. Set. Net. That's all. It should be your left foot, William. That's your right foot. Now, can you go back again, William, and watch one more time? So I'm trying to help you here, but you've got to pay attention. Look, when you're here, the left foot comes in and out. You do that. Left foot, that's your right foot. Excellent. Please don't forget that, right? Hana. Okay, William, go back to the beginning. Ready for the next one? We're going to carry on from there for everybody else. Parallel stance, William. You've got to do number 1 again. Hana. Tul. Set. Net. Dasod. Yasod. You go. Okay, you're moving the wrong foot again, William. We sorted this out, but you've gone back to what you were doing before. Your front foot stays where it is, but your back foot spins round. Okay, if I show you here before you move, no, you're not listening. I said before you move, just watch. Go back to the move you were in. Can you remember where you were? Right, please stay there. Right, then I've twisted. This front foot stays where it is, but this back leg comes round. Okay, give it a whirl. Much better. Good job. Hana. And now another back fist for William. Okay, Tul. Set. Net. Taso. Yaso. Okay, you've gone the wrong way, William. We'll stop there. Go back to parallel stance. One helpful little bit, because it's sometimes tricky and you get lost, yeah? So what you're best to do is get the letters and put them up on the wall and follow the diagram. I'm going to maybe do another video, and this time with the video I'm going to actually say the letters in the video, because I didn't do that before. So if I was to do the video here, I'd say that this is C, that's D, okay? That's A, that's B. And I'd say, sorry, that's B, that's A. I would say, put the markers up on the wall, and then let's start the pattern. So in the first move of Dangun or Dosan, you turn and face B. In Dangun, it's do an L stance towards B. Now, I can be really, really detailed here and say this is a right L stance towards B doing a 9-hand guarding block, but I might not do that, right? I might just say parallel stance facing D, C is behind me, it's on the wall there, and I'm going to step Dangun, left foot towards B, 9-hand guarding block. And for Dosan, I'll say left foot towards B, doing a walking stance, high block. Okay? And then Dosan would be keeping the feet as they are in a walking stance, do a middle reverse punch towards B. And if it's Dangun, I would say step the right foot towards B, doing a walking stance, high punch. So I'll do a video like that. I think that might help you. But you've really got to get the signs up on the wall. Right, William? A, B, C, D, E, F. There are more letters as well, but that's for the higher grades. You really need to have C and D in your head. This is C, that's D. C, D. You need to have that in your head all the time. The A and B is a little bit trickier, because I get mixed up sometimes. I think A is that way, but no, A is over there on my right. A is right, B is left. Okay, sometimes I forget as well, because I don't normally do this teaching with the C, D, A, B, D, blah, 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 whatever they're called, A, B, C, D, E, F, G. But maybe that's a good way for you, William. It'll help you a lot. We'll go back and do it again. I have done it in lessons. There are videos of me doing it in, but we need to maybe do it in another class or another video you can watch. Okay, so I need to do patterns video. Anybody watching just now with the Facebook, just let me know if that's a good idea for you or for your child or for your Taekwondo. If you would like a video with me referencing all the steps with A, B, C, D, E, F, G, and H. Okay, I'll do a Chunji Dangun, not so much Chunji, it's pretty easy, it's on the spot, but certainly Dangun and Dosan. You need to have that, I think, to stop you getting lost in the moves. All right, so let's do some techniques then to finish this off. The tango is looking fine, but as I said before, the walking stance, back leg needs to be straight. I need to make it the right length as well, not short. Can I see knife hand guarding block from everybody? L stance, knife hand guarding block. Ready? Hand up. Right, I can't see your feet now. But your hands are all right, yeah? Let me just see, William, you're a bit too far away now. Can you come forward? I can't see your feet, but let me see your hands. Okay, let me see your hands. Go. Okay, now turn to the side, William. Do it that way so I can see your hands. Yeah, that's decent. Well done. Now, do a knife hand side strike. Everyone do an L stance knife hand side strike. Just check you are doing an L stance. And if you cross the hands again, how did you cross the hands? Did you cross the hands with the striking hand on top? Because that's how it should be done. There's your table. Put your arm on top of the table. Cast the knife hand side strike. Spell and strike. Right? Yeah, twist it out. Knife hand side strike. Okay, now everyone do the same thing in a sitting stance. So this is Do-san, but Dangun is this way, but at the end of Do-san, it's a sitting stance side strike. It's the same technique, but then it's different stance. You've got to look where you're striking as well. Don't look at the camera, don't look at the floor, the ceiling, or whatever else. When you go to do the technique, I'm looking that way, I'm looking that way, I'm still looking that way. So all through those three techniques, I was looking the way I was going. If I'm punching, I'm aiming at the punch, but at the target where I'm punching. If I'm riding a bike, most of the time I've got my eyes facing the way I'm going. Sometimes I glance, but most of the time my eyes are forward because that's where I'm cycling. So it's the same thing when you're doing your taekwondo. Look where you're striking, kicking, or punching, or blocking. Okay, next one. I'll step up from there. This one here, bend in ready stance. Right? Bend in ready stance. So I'm going to do it again. If I do an L stance, this is why your L stance has to be good at 7th cup. Okay? And I do a bend in ready stance. This is pretty much the same. Pretty much the same. It's an L stance, but instead of the foot there in front, the foot's up here. The hands do a forearm guarding block. You can do a knife hand version as well, but most of the time you'll do it with a forearm. From green belt up, forearm. Bending ready stance with the forearm. Gaburyo Jumbasogi A. Bending ready stance A. So this is for green belts, but I just thought, why not help strengthen your leg for your L stance? Because everybody's L stance is a bit weak at the moment. So if you're doing an L stance properly and bring that foot up, you should be able to do this. Yeah. Keep the legs strong. Keep the legs strong. Bit of an exercise. Now, it's also a good test of coordination. When you go and breathe in and then breathe out, that should all finish at the same time. So like any other technique, if I punch, it finishes. Finishes. It doesn't do this. Yeah, it doesn't do this. It all happens at the same time. So it's a bit of a timing thing. You have to coordinate the body. Breathe in, breathe out. Come on, keep going, William. If you want to get to green belt, try and hold it though. It's difficult because you just started doing it. It's not going to be easy, right? But here, don't bounce straight out of it. Try and cling on to that bit of balance that you've got. It might be wobbly, but try and stay there for as long as you can. And then when you're under control, then you can put the foot down. That's you telling the body, wait a minute, I'm not done yet. When you decide to put the foot down, not balancing gravity, but when you decide, okay, that's enough, put the foot down. Then you tell the body, I'm in charge, right? Okay, go back and look at the videos on Do-san, please, William. Yeah, going back and look at the videos on Do-san and just get the steps sorted, because that's fine now, but when you're doing the rest of it, you're forgetting. Yeah, especially when you're doing the last punches, which way you're turning round. This one, and then the left foot comes up, and then you do a wedging block. So just check the video and let me know how you get on. Right, we're going to finish. Charit. Well done. I will see you all next class, and maybe next week I'll have a quiz on theory. So be prepared. Quiz on theory. Quiz on theory. We shall see. Right. See you all next class. Well done for joining in. Nice to see you. Hopefully you're working hard. Of course, I have no idea.